Revisiting past memories can help you distress, slow down, and discover renewed faith this holiday season. Fred Sievert is the former president and Fortune 100 company New York Life Insurance, the father of five, a graduate of Yale Divinity School. He joins us with details on his new book, God Revealed. Good morning, Fred. Good to have you, sir. And how are you this morning?
Thank you. I'm doing fine, Tom. Pleasure to be with you.
Tell us about your book, because it tells stories of childhood and working and home life, and how these stories can help enrich the present, and particularly this time of year, because this part of the year for so many people is extremely stressful.
Yes, it is. And being in the insurance industry, I'm acutely aware of the depression that people will feel during this season, and somehow they miss sort of the magic and the meaning of the season because they're depressed about lost loved ones who can't be with them or for other reasons. And my book, part of my experience in developing the book and coming up with an underlying theme was to look back at my own life and to sort of rewind the tapes of my life, particularly in times when I felt I was struggling under financial stress, worried about my job security, the kinds of things a lot of people worry about. And I went back and looked at those episodes during the course of my life, and that generated a number of stories for the book, because what I asked myself is, what was happening to me during those periods? What was I thinking? And you know, the point is, I survived it, and here I am today looking back. So I took that approach and I asked myself the question, was God in any of those events? Was God part of the solution to those problems in my life? Was God carrying me through it? And I discovered and came up with a number of the stories in the book where in that reflection, I discovered that in fact, God was with me at the time. And I think it's a bit of an unconventional approach. Most psychologists will tell people, you know, put the past behind you, look forward, stay out of the problems of the day, and think about the hope of the future. But my approach, as I said, is a bit unconventional, because what I asked my readers to do in looking at the stories in my book is think back on their own lives. Think back of the own periods during which they were struggling and having difficulty. And again, they've survived. So how did we get to this point? How did you get to this point? And perhaps I encourage them to ask the question, was God in that picture? Was God carrying you in the storm and through the storm? And if so, I think that acknowledgement can in fact enrich your life. And that's where the subtitle of my book came from, which is Revisit Your Past to Enrich Your Future.
This is fantastic, Fred. I tell you what, I know that with your book and, of course, with your ministry and what you tell the folks, that you will enrich so many other folks' lives, especially during this holiday season. And again, a lot of times when we worry about things that we really can't do anything about, it's just a matter of maybe sitting down and counseling with maybe a minister or so, or maybe possibly even praying as well. Thank you so much. We're going to read your book, and God bless you during this holiday season, and thank you for joining us today.
God bless you. Thank you, Tom.
More after the break. Stay with us.